couple times a week, he'll talk about it and call me a degenerate and talk about me opening my legs and says other terrible things. We got married 3 months ago after a brief engagement, but I've known him for over a year. During that time, I told him about a physical relationship I had before I became Muslim. A year after this relationship, I sought forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and I became Muslim. So my man has known about this sin now for about 8 months. A couple times a week, he'll talk about it and call me a degenerate and talk about me opening my legs and says other terrible things. He also doesn't look at me when we do physical things. Most people tell me I shouldn't have told him, which I find deeply unsatisfying. When I told him I was being completely honest about myself, I shared everything with him, including my past mistakes. He says that he can't trust that I'm different now. We've tried couples therapy, but he won't be honest with the therapist because he's afraid of the stigma. He also won't meet with an imam because of the stigma. When I told him before we got married, I didn't know it was okay for it to just be between me and Allah, and I thought I should tell him everything. I recognize the gravity of my mistake, but I was lost, and I also can't change the past. He chose to marry me even though he knew, so he either needs to accept it or he needs to divorce me. Is it wrong for me to say this to him? I cry every day and this whole situation is making me depressed. I just feel like he's treating me like I cheated on him and I just feel so hopeless about this whole situation. He says he needs time, but nothing has changed for over 6 months. I can't be my best self, Muslim or wife under these conditions. What do you think I should do?